Kyle Edmund, a good effort tonight. He played well, and in the end, he just got worn out by this barrage of shots. Raonic found his form in the end.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely got off to a little bit of a slow start, but Edmund did a great job of competing. But once Raonic got the early break in the third, there was no turning back.
Yeah, it's a nice quarterfinal run for Raonic. He lives to play another day. He'll await the winner of the next match, Juan Martín del Potro and Sam Querrey. Always nice to win from a set down. It says a lot about, you know, how strong you are mentally, and you got the weapons to close out. So 3 of the semifinals are set, one more to be decided a little bit later. But for the moment, Milos Raonic. Good win over the British number 2. The Canadian number 1 is into the Final Four here in Delray Beach. We'll be back after a short break for the last quarterfinal. Keep it right here.
Perc. Bonifáki csúsztatja tovább, és bent van! Besodolja Loic Perez.
Jó nézni, ugye? Ligue 2016-2017-es szezon élőben, kizárólag a Digisport csatornáin. Európa egyik top bajnoksága, a kontinens talán legszínesebb ligája. A kiválóan összerakott kis csapatoktól a világ leggazdagabb egyesületéig. Ez a Ligue. Ne maradjon le ön se róla. Francia bajnoki mérkőzés élőben a Digisporton. Aki a Scudettóról ábrándozik a tavasz elején, annak hazai pályán már nem igen szabad botlania. Igaz ez az üldözőre, amely életveszélyes vendéget fogad, és igaz a listavezetőre is, amely egy kis csapatot lát vendégül. Vajon mindketten állják a próbát? Napoli-Atalanta és Juventus-Empoli olasz bajnoki mérkőzések szombaton élőben a Digisport 1-en. Szinte napra pontosan egy éve fogadta az UVS-e a Matarót a kupa ugyanezen szakaszában. Akkor sima 9-4-es magyar győzelem született, és a csapat bejutott a Final Fourba. Hasonló sikerben reménykedünk idén is, és erre megvan minden esély. UVS-e Mataró, női vízilabda Euróliga negyeddöntő, szombaton a Digisport 2.
Fazekas Nándor élete a januári világbajnokság után szépen lassan visszaáll a régi kerékvágásba, az NB1-ben szereplő Balatonfüred kapujában. A VB-re való felkészülés és a Franciaországban kint töltött hetek után tart még a regenerációja.
Most így utólag már azért érzem, hogy nagyon jól éreztem magam, minden rendben volt, de azért az a 3 hét azért most hiányzik a téli szünetben, mikor pihenni lehetett volna, és most a válogatottba elmentem, csak 4 napot tudtam pihenni, és most azért egy elég hosszú második szezon jön elénk, ami most kíváncsi leszek, hogy tudom ezt a regenerációt elég gyorsan hasznosítani.
Fazekas Nándor 4 év kihagyás után 2016 áprilisában Xavi Sabaté hívására tért vissza a válogatottba, majd a VB-re is felkérte a szövetségi kapitány. Nándi 40 évesen hihetetlenül fitten teljesített a VB-n, de utána érezte a fáradtságot.
Pont akkor éreztem, amikor hazaértem, hogyha volt még egy 3-4 nap pihenőm, és mikor az első edzésen elkezdtem, akkor éreztem, hogy kifújt a lufi. És elég rossz érzés volt, mert még életemben nem éreztem ezt. Nem szabadna, de úgy megpróbálom fokozatosan a pihenőket így saját magamnak programozni, és most már sokkal jobban érzem magam.
A hálóőr teljesítette a küldetését, mégpedig, hogy Mikler Rolandot segítse a kapuban, továbbá, hogy a fiatalok is profitáljanak az ő tapasztalataiból.
Én úgy érzem, hogy segítettem a Rolandnak is, hogy minden mérkőzésen megpróbáltuk egymást felkészíteni, és a jelenlétemmel, remélem, hogy a jelenlétemmel is próbáltam ösztönözni arra, hogy ilyen teljesítményt, vagy nagyon jó teljesítményt tudjon nyújtani. Nagyon sokat beszélgettem a fiatalokkal, és ők is nagyon pozitívan álltak ehhez a dologhoz. Nagyon jó érzés volt az, hogy megfogadták a tanácsaimat, mondták, hogy hú, a Fazekas Nándor és a Fazekas Nándi még segít nekem. Tényleg főleg a Bodó Ricsivel nagyon sokat bohóckodtunk, meg az edzésen versenyeztünk.
A világbajnokság után Iváncsik Gergő és Zubai Szabolcs is lemondta a válogatottságot, amit Nándi nem hagyott szó nélkül.
Szabira azt mondom, hogy ő azt mondja, hogy már elég öreg ahhoz, hogy abba hagyja, meg volt már annyiszor válogatott. Én még nem érzem annyira öregnek. A Geriről meg mondhatom már azt, hogy játékosként most már nem annyira fiatal, mert 35 éves, de azért az ő testi lelkét, meg a gyorsságát látva, ő még nem lassú. Tehát ő még bőven játszhatna a válogatottba. Nem biztos, hogy egy ilyen világversennyel szerette volna befejezni, és ezt teljesen meg is értem őt is, és aki belegondol ebbe a helyzetbe, azt szerintem át is tudja érezni.
A Flensburg trénere Ljubomir Vranyes a Veszprém mellett nyáron átveszi a válogatott irányítását is. Kíváncsiak voltunk, mit gondol erről.
Aki a Bundesligát látja, hogy elég komoly csapatot épített föl a Flensburgba, és úgy gondolom, hogy a játékosok is nagyon szeretik. A kérdés az, hogy a magyar játékosok lesznek-e olyan kaliberűek, vagy tud-e olyan kaliberű játékosokat csinálni belőlük, mint az ottani svéd, norvég, dán. Tehát ott elég sok északi stílusú játékos van, akik igazából más kézilabdát játszanak, mint mi, mert ott tényleg megy a gyors kézilabda. Mi még attól messze vagyunk, de lehet, hogy behozza ő ezt akár az edzésmunkába, akár a magyar bajnokságba, és elindulunk egy jó irányba.
A kérdésre, hogy számíthatunk-e rá a válogatottban, elég egyértelmű választ adott.
Éreztem a világbajnokságon is azt, hogy azért ide már azért több kell. Persze a szíve nagyon szeretné, meg a lelke, teste, meg az eredmény az, hogy ott elérni, de amikor már nem tud úgy segíteni az ember a kapuba, ahogy ő szeretne, akkor azért tudni kell, hogy mikor kell letenni a stafétabotot. Én úgy gondolom, hogy nekem is vége van, igen, a válogatottnak.
Azonban nincs megállás. Az NB1-ben szereplő Csoknyai István irányította Balatonfürednél tölti második idényét, és a másfél évvel ezelőtt megfogalmazott céljait viszi tovább, miszerint minden téren szeretne hasznos tagja lenni a csapatának.
Pozitívumot látok a másfél év alatt itt, hogy előre léptünk. Mondhatom azt is, hogy klubszinten is nagyon jó, hiszen tavalyi évben azért negyedikek lettünk a bajnokságban, és a Magyar Kupában harmadikak lettünk, ami én úgy gondolom egy hatalmas nagy eredmény ebben a magyar mezőnyben.
A csapat céljai idén sem kisebbek.
Nagyon nehezen kezdtük a bajnokságot, nagyon sok olyan pontot elveszítettünk, ami úgy gondolom, hogy ennek a csapatnak hozni kellett volna. Nagyon sok új játékos jött ebbe a csapatba, fiatalok is jöttek fel, és az egyik napra a másikra ezek a fiatalok az NB1-ben azért a rutin nem olyan gyorsan fogják megszerezni, vagy akár a külföldi játékosok is. Én úgy gondolom, hogy a karácsony előtt elég jól összeállt a csapat. Sajnos addigra már 7-8 pontot elveszítettünk, ami most nagyon hiányzik.
A tavasz így keményebb lesz, de Nándi és a csapat is áll elébe a nehezített körülményeknek.
Az a szépsége az egésznek, hogy most a tavaszi szezonban ezeket megpróbáljuk visszahozni, és idegenben, nagyon nehéz idegen mérkőzésekben próbáljuk ezeket a pontokat visszaszerezni.
És persze a 236-szoros válogatott kapusnak ezen túl is vannak további céljai, amik korán sem önös célok.
Ami a legfontosabb számomra tényleg az, hogy a fiatalokkal úgy foglalkozni, hogy olyan pozitívumokat és olyan játékerőt tudjanak képviselni, ami később a nemzeti válogatottban is majd előnyükre fog válni.
Fazekas Nándornak júniusban lejár a szerződése, de még néhány évig szeretné a Balatonfüred kapuját védeni.
Úgy érzem, hogy fáradt vagyok, de tudom, hogy ez el fog múlni, úgyhogy én még 1-2 évet érzek ilyen szinten magamba, úgy már, mint hogy NB1-es szinten és komoly szinten, egyelőre még csak a következő 1-2 évben gondolkodom, amit úgy érzek, hogy most jelen pillanatban tudok vállalni.
A Manchester United és a Special van ebben a szezonban bármilyen serleget a magasba emelne. Ez az utolsó esélyük. Csak hogy az angol liga kupáért a Southampton eddig nem kisebb csapatokat győzött le, mint az Arsenalt és a Liverpool. Manchester United Southampton, angol liga kupa döntő, vasárnap élőben a Digisport 1-jel. Igaz, hogy a PSG külön kategóriának tekintendő a Ligue-ben, és az is igaz, hogy láttunk már dicsőségesebb Marseille-t. Ám történjék bármi, ez marad a francia klubfutball legmarkánsabb szembenállása. Ez a legszikrázóbb és legfelfokozottabb galcsúcs találkozó. Marseille-Paris Saint-Germain, francia bajnoki örökrangadó, vasárnap élőben a Digisport 2-n. Ausztrália, Európa és Dél-Amerika után Észak-Amerika. Méghozzá egy varázslatos hely Floridában. És a mezőnyre sem lehet panasz, vagyis remek szórakozásra van kilátás. A Delray Beach-i férfi tenisztorna a Digi Sporton.
Nem csak a Scudettóért, a kupáért is versenyfutnak. Egyik oldalon a címvédő, a másikon a trónkövetelő. Ám ne feledjük, ez még csak a dicsőség előszobája, ám ennek a küszöbén is át kell lépni. Juventus-Napoli, olasz kupa elődöntő, az első mérkőzés. Kedden, élőben, a Digi Sport 1-en.
Minden héten háború. És az előny egészen 2021-ig az önöké. A teniszvilág női élmezőnyének párbajai, vagyis az évi közel fél száz VTA tornák, újabb 5 évig, csak a Digi Sport 1-en, a Digi Sport 2-n és a Digi Sport 3-on követheti. VTA tornák egészen 2021-ig, kizárólag a Digi Sport csatornái.
Lazításképpen következzenek a legszebb jelenetek.
Az 5. helyen egy lazítós, Datome zsákolási kísérlet. Pici falt Clyburn-től, a játékvezetők nem fújnak. A hét 5. legszebb jelenete volt ez a blokk. Éppen, hogy nem fért fel a dobogóra. Egy Panathinaikos összjáték. Nikos Kalates Kenny Gabrielhez. Ezt az akciót is a gyűrű bánta. No meg persze a Bamberg. Heti bronzérmesünk Tyler Hanikat, illetőleg Dogus Balbajos játéka, ami után a török törpe, az Efes kapitánya zsákol egy brutálisat. Az Efes pedig győzött. A második legszebb jelenetnek Ante Zsižić megmozdulását választottuk. Brutális blokk a horvát fiataltól. És ha ez nem lenne elég, a másik oldalon még egy zsákolás is összejött Zsižićnek. A hét legszebb jelenete Anthony Randolph nevéhez fűződik. Latavius Williams gondolta úgy, hogy ez itt már egy könnyű zsákolás lesz 2 pontért. Aztán még jön egy visszazsákolás Jeffrey Taylortól is. Brutális blokk, jó gyorsindítás, Taylor zsák.
A Manchester United és a Special van ebben a szezonban bármilyen serleget a magasba emelne. Ez az utolsó esélyük. Csak hogy az angol liga kupáért a Southampton eddig nem kisebb csapatokat győzött le, mint az Arsenalt és a Liverpool. Manchester United Southampton, angol liga kupa döntő, vasárnap élőben a Digi Sport 1-en. Igaz, hogy a PSG külön kategóriának tekintendő a Ligue 1-ben, és az is igaz, hogy láttunk már dicsőségesebb Marseille. Ám történjék bármi, ez marad a francia klubfutball legmarkánsabb szembenállása. Ez a legszikrázóbb és legfelfokozottabb galcsúcs találkozó. Marseille Paris Saint-Germain, francia bajnoki örökrangadó, vasárnap élőben a Digi Sport 2-n. Ausztrália, Európa és Dél-Amerika után Észak-Amerika. Méghozzá egy varázslatos hely Floridában. És a mezőnyre sem lehet panasz, vagyis remek szórakozásra van kilátás. A Delray Beach-i férfi tenisztorna a Digi Sporton.
Nem csak a Scudettóért, a kupáért is versenyfutnak. Egyik oldalon a címvédő, a másikon a trónkövetelő. Ám ne feledjük, ez még csak a dicsőség előszobája, ám ennek a küszöbén is át kell lépni. Juventus-Napoli, olasz kupa elődöntő, az első mérkőzés. Kedden, élőben, a Digi Sport 1-en.
Minden héten háború. És az előny egészen 2021-ig az önöké. A teniszvilág női mezőnyének párbajai, vagyis az évi közel fél száz VTA tornák, újabb 5 évig, csak a Digisport 1-en, a Digisport 2-n és a Digisport 3-on követheti. VTA tornák egészen 2021-ig, kizárólag a Digisport csatornáin.
Fourth meeting between these two. Del Potro has won the last couple. Check that. Querrey won the last one, obviously, in Delray Beach. But Del Potro won the first two. But now that Del Potro looking healthy, the wrist seems to be better. He seems to be comfortable with his backhand, although it is a different shot from when he played it in his last incarnation. Comes across as flatter, plays the underspin backhand, the underspin backhand pretty regularly. So we'll see how he handles the moment. And 4 surgeries, 3 on the left wrist, 1 on the right. So here is a reminder of the head-to-head. Del Potro 2-1. Del Potro winning in 09 and 11, and Sam Querrey winning last year in the semifinals. So same setting as last year, different round, and we'll see how Del Potro handles this moment. He always gets plenty of support wherever he goes, but here in South Florida, he gets more than usual. A lot of Argentine sports fans in the crowd, decked out in the light blue and white. So I'm Leif Shiras, happily joined by Jesse Levine. Jesse's plenty in this one. These guys played here just last year in the semifinals. What do you think is the key tonight for these guys?
Well, obviously, Sam's been playing extremely well. Have you seen this last match? He served unbelievable. I think that'll be key for him to kind of keep that up and just really try and attack the Del Potro backhand. Obviously, he's still protecting that side a little bit, but he definitely does a great job of mixing it up with the slice to try and open up for Del Potro to hit a forehand. So
we could talk a little more detail about the keys to the match. Our champion Porsche keys.
Yeah, like we said, for Sam, he's definitely got to attack the Del Potro backhand. And Del Potro's forehand's as big as anybody's on tour, if not the biggest. And, you know, Sam's got to serve well and get some free points on his serve. He has the ability to serve himself out of trouble. For Del Potro, he needs to take time away from Sam. Sam plays extremely well when he has time and he's set in his position. And, you know, Del Potro's been using his slice backhand a lot more since that injury. And I think that's a great different look to give to the game, and he definitely uses that slice to open up the court for his forehand and attack.
And that seems like a pretty familiar tactic around the game. When guys go to that underspin, it gets the ball out of the strike zone, and maybe they can get the ball to their forehand in the next play. Obviously, Roger Federer does that as effectively as anyone.
Yeah, I mean, Federer's slice is second to none, but obviously for someone like Del Potro that just strikes it so clean with so much power, it kind of gives a little bit of a change-up. You know, if you're going to hit fastballs all day long, someone's going to connect at some point. But you give the changeup and you give your opponent different looks, it's definitely hard to deal with.
So it'll be up to Sam to adjust to the off-speed stuff then. Del Potro will throw him off the backhand wing. Interesting stat of the match records. Del Potro, the longest game winning streak, 2011 to 2016, he won 16 consecutive games.
That's amazing.
Pretty impressive run.
It's very rare.
Yeah, Sam Querrey was just blasting serves, and Jared Donaldson, although was hitting the ball well, just could not get enough balls back into play. Querrey seemed to come up with big serves whenever he needed them.
I actually got to hit with Sam here on Sunday. I hit some with him, and man, he was just striking the ball so clean, and it was coming heavy, and he was telling me how excited he was to play with these balls compared to Memphis. He was just loving it, how much faster it was going through the air and how much more damage his ball was doing here.
And I think one of the keys for Sam is that he has his dog with him, staying with him at the hotel. I mean, I didn't know that he was traveling with the dog.
We just talked about that before we went on the court, actually, and he was telling me, yeah, she's at the hotel. I made the mistake. I called his dog a he. He wasn't too happy. I apologized real quick.
And then I think you told me that Kevin Anderson has also traveled with a dog in the past.
Yes, he has.
Oh.
You see it actually quite a bit on the WTA tour. I haven't seen too many dogs on the ATP tour, but maybe times are changing.
Yeah. Now we know these two guys know their way around a tennis court. Sam Querrey's going to kick things off.
I think we're going to see some big forehands today from both players. You see Sam picking on that side early on. That's going to be the go-to for Querrey.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Delpo deals with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's going to have to hit some two-handers with pace, maybe up the line, get Querrey out of that rhythm.
It's a big serve there from Querrey.
Yeah, just getting warmed up at 127 miles per hour.
Tried for the dropper. Shake it off there. Shake of the head there from Querrey. Come back up and let the serve rip again.
Just didn't accelerate up into that serve as it found the net. Still has a chance to close out the game.
Yeah, it's a great play there from Querrey. Picking on the back end all the time doesn't work. Then he can open up the court. You got to almost go to Del Potro's strength first to open up the back end, and then that's the shot that he can come in on or attack because it opens up the weakness right now.
Yeah, he generates so much pace on that forehand. Mentioned these guys past champions here. Pretty amazing honor roll. Players who've done well here, and many of very tall players. I think Gulbis might be the smallest at 6'1", 6'2". Querrey, Karlovic, Marin Cilic, a U.S. Open champion. Anderson. The Barons doing a great job getting a lineup of players here that make it as competitive as it's ever been. Raonic, the highest ranked player ever to play this event, at number 4.
Querrey taking a look over at his box. It's going to be a challenge. Giving him the old out signal not to challenge. Wow, that is big stuff there from Querrey. Picked on the back end first, then ran Del Potro to the forehand, and then just finished it off with that ripper down the line. I feel like got so much action on that forehand, but he can also flatten it out just like that.
Yeah, he had time, didn't he? Just to pause, see it, and crush it.
Slices like that, that's an effective shot. It may not be a fast penetrating shot, but it is a slow, deep ball that really can give players trouble.
Yeah, you don't have much pace to work with, do you? You have to generate all that yourself.
How much of a different pace is that slice from his forehand? It's going to be tough to play against.
Backhand return there. All right, Juan Martín Del Potro then 30 all on serve. Sam Querrey taking care of his serve in the opening game. With style, some heavy forehands got him started. So Delpo on the board. Now, if you give Sam anything, it seems, in that center part of the court, it's not going to be an easy night, but that's a better ball with the depth and a little bit of variety.
Yeah, we talked earlier on. I mean, if Sammy has an opportunity to get his feet set and in position, it's go time and it's watch out. That's danger zone. He's got that super laid-back kind of attitude. He just can go up there and just, sometimes it almost looks like he's not really into it, but he's totally into it. It's tough to play against.
It's hard to feed off his energy.
Absolutely. Doing a great job playing a little bit faster, feeling great on his serve, coming up to the line quick.
Sam Querrey flashing some real skill early. Looking very confident. 3 games in the books. It's 2-1 for the American. Well, that's a young Juan Martín del Potro there pictured, a former champion here, as we mentioned, holding the trophy. Back in 2011, he beat Janko Tipsarevic, the Serbian player, former top tenor himself. Del Po, semifinals here last year, so he's got a nice record here. I think the conditions are just right for him. Just a hint of humidity in the air, so it's slow enough, yet he's powerful enough to play through that. How would you define this chord? Medium speed, fast?
I think it's actually playing a little bit slow. I actually got to hit on it with Sunday with James Blake. We got to play a little fun match. I got the call from the bullpen to go play against him as Grosjean got hurt in the Champions Tour event.
Right.
It was good fun. It was definitely playing a little bit slow, though, for sure.
These guys hit the ball so hard, it's tough to tell that it's slow from up here. Who does that favor, do you think, in this match?
I think it actually favors Sam because Sam hits the ball so well when it's just there for him in that position. It gives him more time to get to the ball. And obviously, Sam's played a lot more tournaments this year than Del Potro, but when you take a champion like Del Potro, you never know. I mean, he seems like he's in pretty good form. That's big time stuff from Querrey. Wow. Really moving the ball around so well. As soon as he gets into that rally where Del Potro's just slicing, he takes it and just runs him and then changes it up, goes back behind him. That was great stuff. That one back. It's almost like with that slice, Del Potro almost baits you into going for a little bit too much. So you expect it to come so much faster, and it's just coming and it's sitting there for you. It's almost a surprise.
Serve there. Del Potro is going to need to serve well when you're going up against another good server. You gotta protect your own business. How would you rate Del Potro's serve for a guy his size?
It's pretty big. I'm telling you, it's very effortless. It doesn't look like he's swinging so hard, but that ball is coming with some serious heat behind it, and he hits his spots extremely well. He does a great job of mixing it up. It's a tough serve to read with his motion. He's just such a great extension on his arm at the top. You can't read it at all.
It's interesting, you were talking about some of the great serves. We just watched Raonic play, and you said Raonic also had tremendous disguise.
Yeah, I mean,
it seems like to be a key element for a great serve.
Well, to me, I think that's so important. I mean, most guys now can return any type of pace.
And they get the racket on it.
When the pace comes, they just use the speed and just shorten up the backswing, but... Now, smart play from Querrey. And we're talking about most of the players now, if you know where it's going, and it doesn't matter if it's coming 120, 140, they're all so good, and they're good enough to make that return back. If you don't know where it's going, it's another story. Querrey doing a great job there of really just coming in comfortably to that Del Potro backhand and attacking him, trying to make him pass on that side.
Yeah, that seems to be the challenge for Del Potro moving forward. How do you defend that corner without any sort of whipping action?
Yeah.
He doesn't have the ability to drop the racket head below the ball and brush up the back, does he?
No.
Because of all the surgeries, and it's pretty rigid. Obviously, he's a 42 in the ranks. He's doing something right.
Yes. He also won that tournament at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, well, not a bad win.
Yeah.
But that really happened before all
Yes.
the problems developed. You know, the 4 surgeries. I mean, that's just incredible to me. You know, twice comeback player of the year. I think Tommy Haas might have the record for that. I think Tommy's won it 3 times.
That's amazing.
For the 9 surgeries he's had.
Querrey's got some serious wheels for a big man, that's for sure. He's a really athletic guy. And he wants that one back for sure. Got away with one there, Del Potro.
Yeah, that forehand there was just a rocket.
I think Querrey surprised himself of how much time he had on that one.
Yeah, well, I think Del Potro missed the drop shot clinic because that hit the service line, I'm pretty sure.
And that'll do it.
Yeah, well, that'll get you over the line. 114 out wide for the ace and a 3-2 lead. I'll look at tomorrow's schedule here in Delray Beach at the Open. Jonathan Ehrlich and Scott Lipsky taking on Ryvan Klaassen and Rajiv Ram. Should be a good one. Double semifinals. Then the singles from the bottom half of the draw. Jack Sock and Donald Young. Great opportunity for both these guys to put an American in the championship match. And we'll have doubles and then more singles. Raonic taking on the winner of this one. So a great schedule tomorrow. Semifinal Saturday here at the Delray Beach Stadium and Tennis Center. Got a good one here. A rematch of last year's semifinal, won by Sam.
That's a big backhand from Querrey. It's that toss we were talking about. Del Potro tossed that behind him. I mean, there's not many people think that he was going to go tee on that. He does a great job of just coming around that. Excellent slice. And what a spot he hit on that.
With the forehand.
So big, that forehand from Del Potro.
It's kind of interesting. A nice contrast of styles on the forehand. I mean, Del Potro seems to hit it a little more conventionally. Not quite as much spin.
Del Potro really catches it open stance most of the time. Look at that. He just opens the hips up and just uses them. Fork. He gets around that unbelievably.
It just seems like Sam has a little more of that whippy brush up the back of the ball. Very loose wristed, loose arm. Wow. Yeah, gentlemen, start your forehands. I feel like I'm incredible. I get a real lesson today in how to produce on that wing.
Querrey has such a live arm.
It's 3 games all.
Wow. You talk about Querrey having a live arm. You see him throw a football. I mean, he throws that thing a mile. Kind of has a similar motion on that serve. He really gets up to it and just extends at the top and just lets it go. Keeps that arm loose.
I think his dad was a baseball pitcher, right?
Yeah.
So maybe.
Well, he's a good athlete, like I said. I've seen him. He does batting practice with some of the MLB teams. I've seen him knock one out of the stadium. Not out of the stadium, over the fence for sure. I've seen him hit one.
Yeah, you can see the flatter trajectory on that forehand. He doesn't have quite as extreme a grip as well.
No, but anything shoulder height from Del Potro, it's trouble.
And he also has a slightly bent elbow. When you hit your forehand with pace, was it a straight arm or was it bent elbow?
Oh, probably straight, and that's probably why my elbow was messed up.
Well, you can produce the forehand in different ways. You know, Roddick had a different looking forehand from Federer, and we're seeing a couple of great ones here tonight. Sam Querrey, 4-3.
Yeah.
Juan Martin Potro, we talk about his many achievements in the U.S. Open title in 2009, but he's gotten back in the saddle and doing some great things, particularly when it comes to Davis Cup. You know, Argentina had never won a Davis Cup title, and you think of all the great players they've had: Guillermo Vilas, Jose Luis Clerc, David Nalbandian, Guillermo Coria. And last year, some really heroic matches that this man won. Beat Andy Murray in 5 sets in the semifinal against Great Britain. And also a 5-setter over Marin Cilic in the championship.
I've known Del Potro since he was 13, 14. He's always been a really passionate guy, and obviously very proud to be from Argentina. So for someone like him to play for his country and represent them in Davis Cup, I know that's a huge importance to him. And obviously winning that Davis Cup title is amazing.
And this is his first tennis really since that time. He didn't play down under. Obviously a busy year, finishing off with that amazing achievement. And also you think about his achievements in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Bronze medal at London Olympics and Wimbledon. And what a performance in Rio, reaching the gold medal match. Coming up a little short against Andy, but beating Rafa to get to that gold medal match. So he's got a silver and a bronze.
Talk about a lot of players that when they get the opportunity to play for their country, they play above their level. I mean, you see a lot of matches in Davis Cup or the Olympics that a lot of underdogs win that normally on tour you don't see happening.
I think Monica Puig was probably
That was amazing.
the biggest example of that. Boy, she really delivered. How about Steve Darcis in the Davis Cup this year?
Nicolas Massou from Chile.
Yeah. That was an incredible effort.
Yeah.
So here is a little bit of trouble for Del Po.
Potro doing an amazing job. Just getting that first serve in, hitting his spots. Slice. It's very effective.
Doing some nice work, isn't it? Here's a look at Del Potro's serve placement. First serve in yellow, second serve in blue.
He's obviously trying to get it to the Querrey backhand there.
Well, that's amazing. He's not going out a little more wide. Obviously some respect, I guess, for the forehand of Sam Querrey.
Querrey's got this slice out wide dialed in right now. Oh, good stuff again from Querrey. you're playing against someone that's slicing a lot of backhands, I think it's almost he has that bailout shot if needed. He can go to the Del Potro slice, and he knows he's going to get a slice off that shot. But he did a great job of playing it to the forehand and then taking it to the backhand there, and just really finishing the points so well.
And I suppose if you have to go into the Del Po forehand, you go in there big.
Yes.
Just put it over there.
Just asking for trouble.
Did they say that about your forehand, Jesse?
No.
No, they didn't. Okay. They didn't say it about mine. I know that. That one got away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's serving up a storm, isn't he?
Yeah.
Ace number 7. Wow.
Good job there from Querrey.
Yeah, that's as good as an ace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just clean that up right on top of the net. 5-4, Sam's ahead. A shot from around the grounds here at the Delray Beach Stadium and Tennis Center. A little something for everyone here. It really is worth a visit. And we've got plenty of Canadian snowbirds because of how well Raonic is doing. We've got Argentine tennis fans here. It's an international audience. We've even got a Canadian in the booth. I'm Lee Shiras alongside Jesse Witten. Did I say Jesse Witten?
You did.
As opposed to Jesse Levine?
We have the same birthday, though.
No way.
Yeah, promise. Promise.
That was in my head.
That would have been okay if you said Jesse Palmer, too. Another Gator.
Is it?
He is.
Oh.
And he's from Nepean, Ontario, as well.
Yeah. Canadians everywhere. A little tentative on that high backhand.
There's been moments in this match where I feel like Del Potro is getting it warmed up and he's let a couple backhands go. He's just not doing it on a consistent basis. Saw that serve chart from Del Potro. He's serving predominantly to the Querrey backhand. If I'm Querrey, I almost want to sit on that backhand right now. He hasn't gone too many to the forehand at all. Almost leave that open for him. almost getting outside the doubles alley to hit a forehand. Shows how much confidence he has in that forehand. And if he had to.
He sure will. And it's funny, this is the same thing that Querrey's trying to do to Delpo. Here's Delpo bossing the point into Sam's backhand. That's a good game. You start getting to this time in the set, you want to be at your best, and he was on that occasion. Now you played Delpo at Wimbledon, didn't you?
I did in 2013.
Was that on center court?
It was. It was. It was the only time I got to play on center court at a Grand Slam. An amazing experience. He was not fun to play against.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
A lot of shot coming at you.
Yep.
Second set tiebreak, though. Did you have set points in that breaker? Because I know it went over.
I saved
12,
a couple.
10.
I saved a couple in that tiebreaker. One thing, crowd likes an underdog at Wimbledon, I'll tell you that.
Were you surprised that Delpo went into the forehand of Querrey?
A little bit. It definitely kind of caught me off guard. I think he was hoping to catch Querrey off guard with that.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Because Querrey was pinned in the backhand corner. Now he got back in the point with that great forehand cross court. It's amazing the margins of these guys.
Delpo having a discussion with the umpire here.
I think there was a call on the sideline.
He thought it was out. I actually thought he paused for a second, but he didn't challenge, so. Giving the umpire an applause after that call. If you find that when some of these players get injured and then they come back, they're almost more friendly to the umpires and to the tournament staff and everything like that because it's taken away from them, and sometimes they maybe take it for granted and they're just so thankful to be back out there. I kind of see that from Del Potro.
I think so. He's always been a pretty good sport, but you talked about the return and just how much it meant to him just to be out there competing and playing freely without pain, without injury. He's got a shot here, 15-30, second ball. Well, you can tell by the reaction just how valuable these moments are. First break points of the set.
Del Potro kind of paused after those two balls pinned back at the baseline. I think he was hoping they were going to go out, but they were great shots there from Querrey. Just really pinned him back deep. Not much he could do.
That was not the easiest finish.
That was an awkward shot to hit. Querrey did a great job of staying strong.
It wasn't really a volley. Wasn't really a smash, but knocked it away.
Oh, there it is. There's the break.
Yeah, Delpo A strong game. A couple of errors there from Sam Querrey. Chance for the Tower of Tandil to serve for the opening set. Back at the Delray Beach Open in a very competitive set, some heavy hitting from both sides of the court. But this is where we stand, 6-5. With Del Potro now serving for the opening set. And Sam had really played so well up until that last game, but a couple of errors, and that really has been the difference.
Sometimes when you're holding so easily as the set goes along, and then all of a sudden there's one challenging game, and there goes the break. And Del Potro's not someone you want to give that to just like that. Now he's serving for the first set, but Del Potro's done an amazing job of mixing up that backhand with the slice, hitting the backhand, and then even ripping a couple backhands here and there, not on a consistent basis yet, but his forehand is just so lethal.
Yeah, look at his shot placement.
Yeah, obviously he's predominantly going for that Querrey backhand to kind of set it up for him, and that gives him the chance to run around and really go after his forehand.
Touch.
Yeah.
He's quite good at the net. Are you surprised he doesn't come in more?
A little bit. I mean, especially with how big his ground strokes are. I'm surprised he doesn't come in behind them. When you have a forehand like that, there's no need. You can hit that all day long.
Yeah. Just reproduces it so perfectly every time.
Highlight reel there for Querrey.
Yeah, maybe just a little too predictable here. He didn't quite do enough with it. He ran right into the shot. Saves one set point. Has he got a few other tricks up his sleeve? That time. So Del Potro takes a very tight opening set, wins the last 3 games to take it 7-5. Yeah, one of the most popular spots in Delray. Doc's has been around since '51. Greatest ice cream and shakes. And the food's also good.
They have some great burgers there. I've had some great meals there. And I heard a rumor they might be tearing it down. But
don't say that.
I hope
Doc's.
not. Hashtag save Doc's. Let's hope that's not the case.
Yeah. You got to be careful. You're not playing the tour anymore now with that diet.
I know. I definitely went there after losing some matches, that's for sure.
This guy's got the hat of the evening.
I think he's Diego Maradona out there. The jersey on, Messi jersey.
And you just have to wonder, which player is he supporting? Well, we know that Del Potro got the opening set 7-5. I think we know where that gentleman's allegiances lie. Should I say it? The first set got a little messy for Querrey? No, I shouldn't say that. That wouldn't be right.
Screamer right at Querrey's feet. Footwork on that was unbelievable. I love how he just catches an open stance if he's on the run or if he has time almost every single time. Gets his feet set, lets it go. Oh, wow.
Yeah, some early signs. We'd love to get this done in straights. And this is why he has so many great results early in his career when he was healthy. 4 seasons in the top 10.
Del Potro's just baiting you to go to that forehand side. He'll slice that all day long to Querrey's backhand. If Querrey can't make him run, it's trouble. Almost daring him to go for that shot. There's one. Out there for Querrey. Still deuce though, but Potro wants that return back.
And when you're playing these big servers and you get the ball on your strings, you feel like, well, I should have gotten at least back into play. What a serve that was. I mean, it was so right of the center line until it hit the court. Absolutely perfect.
That's big serving from Querrey to get out of that. And I find it amazing is, Del Potro obviously hasn't played. He hasn't his first tournament back, and the form that he's in is still so impressive. To me, the top guys, after not playing for so long, and they come back and just show as if they not even missing anything.
Yeah.
Look at Federer at the Australian Open. That to me is so amazing. It usually takes a couple tournaments and some matches to get back into that rhythm, but Del Potro's doing an amazing job so far.
Yeah, and dealing with the pressure of playing out there. It's one thing to play practice sets, but to get into the the big arena, something's on the line. Boy, manage their emotions.
No
so well.
simulation for match play in tournaments.
Yeah. That nervous energy, the adrenaline. How do you deal with that?
Yeah.
Because those have an influence and shape how you play, the way you think about. Fatigue can affect your tactics, the things you want to do out there.
Just missed it. It's a smart pass from Querrey, not trying to pass him down the line or cross court, just getting it really low on Del Potro and trying to make him come up with the goods. Both players doing a great job of getting out of a little bit of trouble with their serves tonight. Just clutch serving there from Del Potro.
Del Potro's lost only 3 points so far on his first serve. .88% winning percentage. Querrey's the same way. He's lost only 3 points on his first serve. So when these guys get that first delivery in, they're dominating. It's 87% for Sam.
Well, I like that play from Querrey, though. It was really smart, taking that return early and making Del Potro come up with the pass on the back end. There he just kind of threaded the needle and put it down the line. I don't think Querrey was expecting that. I think he was kind of sitting on the cross court. He didn't even split step there. Good hold there from Del Potro.
Sure is.
Sometimes when obviously you're a little tentative on that backhand side and you hit a winner like that, it just gains your confidence going again, and next time you get it, you feel confidence in it and you can go for it even more.
I remember last year's event, there was sort of an uncertainty about, I think, when he was hitting the backhand.
Yes.
This year he seems committed to it, like he knows it's not going to hurt or he's not going to do any more further damage. He's recovered, but he is limited in how much sort of whip he can generate.
Yep.
How high do you think he can go in getting back in the game?
It's tough to say.
Top 20?
Oh, for sure. For sure. For sure.
It's pretty intense up in there when guys battling to get inside the top 10. You just wonder, will that backhand be a liability at that elite level?
I'm curious to see if it will get any stronger or get any better. And if that's the case, then obviously I definitely can see him back in the top 10.
right, so a fairly quick game there for Sam Querrey. He's down a set, but he's up 2-1. We're on serve. Yeah, back at the Delray Beach Open. And just alongside the stadium is sort of the sponsor village, a place to get a bite to eat and maybe a cold beverage. Really is a spectacular evening for tennis. Temperatures in the low 70s and not too much of a breeze. So for the players, it's pretty comfortable because you play long enough down here in South Florida, you know that the winds can come in, and that can be really a factor.
Especially in this stadium in particular. It just seems to come in because they're pretty close to the water, just kind of swoops in and can swirl. It can be a little bit difficult conditions here at times.
But this, besides the one day of incredibly heavy rains, it's really been perfect for tennis.
This is great tennis conditions right now.
That was unbelievable.
Look how far stretched he is on this. I don't know how he got that kind of pop on that. Wow, that was incredible.
He had the one surgery on the right wrist, but you never feel like he's ever impaired on the forehand.
I wonder if that'll happen. I wonder if he'll get stronger. The left one. I'll tell you one thing though, his slice has gotten a lot better since having this injury. Gives him a little bit of variety as well.
Spin on that.
Yeah.
With the spin, it looked like it was dropping off the end of a table. Just whoosh, dove down inside, well inside the line.
Great serving. New balls coming out now for Querrey to start off with.
And just mentioning the quarterfinal prior to this, Milos Raonic beating Kyle Edmund, the Brit. Tennis.com asks Kyle Edmund, what would you rather have? Would you rather win a major and never be number one, or would you rather be number one and never win a major?
It's a tough question.
What would be your answer to that? A major or a number one?
Oof. Gotta think about that one.
I myself would take number one.
I think I agree with you.
Fewer players are number one. Well, there are 26 world number ones on the men's side. But there must be maybe 100 Grand Slam champions in the open era, right?
That's a good shot there from Del Potro. No,
I guess I'd be the Marcelo Rios. So he got to #1 without ever winning a major.
I think to say you're #1 in the world in anything is an accomplishment on its own. I mean, obviously, so is a Grand Slam champion, but I would take #1.
Or maybe you'd want the Wimbledon title. You know, that's considered sort of the event in our sport.
Yeah.
For my career, I would have been happy with this one. This is a great title to win.
Me too. Me too. Del Potro just wants to hit forehands. That one might have had a little too much pace on it. He went around and hit a forehand, caught him out of position. Querrey did a great job making him pay and running out wide to the forehand side. Smart playing from Querrey. Oh, wow. Talk about some whip on the forehand from Querrey.
Incredible. Amazing winner. Helps Querrey now get to 3-2. Back at the Delray Beach Open, Jesse Levine has answered the question about world #1 or Grand Slam champion. He thought maybe world #1. What would you rather hear in this case, the lemonade or the iced tea?
I'm going lemonade.
Yeah, me too. Well,
fresh squeezed lemonade right there.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just courtside here. Might have to take a quick jump down and have a nice cold drink. These guys are they're working up a pretty good lather out here tonight. It's humid, but comfortable. Low 70s now. Battling for a spot in the semifinals. The last quarterfinal match, the winner to take on Milos Raonic was victorious earlier. The first North American outdoor hardcourt event. Start off this great time of year for tennis in the U.S.
Both players doing a great job of taking care of their serve, just like they did at the beginning of the first set. We'll see if the player gets just that one look at it. Oh, very little squash shot there. full out run. Great defense there.
Here's the Silver Sea. The Hawkeye, not close.
Strike one there for Querrey. Swing and a miss. It's tough. Skidded off the line.
Right on the line, right to the full extent of that inside-out angle. So back to deuce. Swing.
I thought that was going to go over. That would have been tough for Del Potro to deal with that, but great job coming in on Querrey there and really putting him on the full-out run again.
Delpo gets out of tight game. Stay on serve. The second set. When you get into a battle like this, starting to feel the effects of the. I mean, how do you keep yourself focused on, just point-to-point concentration?
I think it's important to just stick to your routines. Everybody has different routines and rituals, but it's important to just kind of stick to them and get in that rhythm and not let anything else kind of get into your mind and wonder about the surroundings. That drop took that away from Del Potro a little bit.
It's been really fun to watch Grigor Dimitrov have such a brilliant start for the season. And he was talking about how it feels so good to get back into playing points and just enjoying the movement, and you really get lost in the tennis.
Yeah, hitting in that zone.
No one has won more tennis matches than Dimitrov this year.
He's playing excellent tennis. Big serving there from Querrey.
Yeah, it's a nice, quick game for Sam Querrey at love. 4-3 on serve. '25th anniversary of the Delray Beach Open. A pair of former champions squaring off for a spot in the semifinals, an indication of just how tough the tournament was this year. And there were no easy draws to get to this point of the tournament. I guess the guy who got the biggest break was Donald Young. Steve Darcis, sadly, the Belgian player, had to return home, so Young advanced with a withdrawal. Darcis having some issues with his family he needed to get back and attend to, so we're wishing him the best. But good break for Donald, and he takes on Jack Sock in the bottom half of the draw semifinal.
Oh, wow. Great return from Querrey. Stretched out on that backhand side. Del Potro, when we looked at the serve chart, he's definitely picking on that backhand side. Looks like Querrey's kind of starting to lean that way, taking advantage of it. That's good play there from Del Potro. Sometimes when you play those big servers, you kind of look for a tell or something. I should watch that video on Agassi with Becker.
Yeah.
He was talking about how he would kind of stick his tongue out wherever he was going to serve, but he only did on the key points.
Wow. It's a little like a poker match out here. You're trying to find any advantage you can in what your opponent may give you. These guys have that heightened sense of awareness, don't they?
Yeah.
Tendencies, clues.
For something to kind of give that tell. I mean, I knew players, they would bounce the ball a different number of times. That means where they're going to serve, or some players actually whisper to themselves. You try and read what they're going to say, where they're going to serve, but you never told them that you knew. That's for sure. Giving him an old jammer into the body.
steady diet of heavy forehands into the Querrey backhand gets the man from Tandil to 4 games all. Tandil, just southeast of Buenos Aires. Only career loss here. Sam last year. Good approach.
Yeah, deep slice. Querrey trying to do everything he can to run around and get that forehand.
Slightly mishit.
Little opportunity here for Del Potro.
This is one of those moments where you feel, okay, Sam's going to have to deliver his favorite serve, or maybe the serve that's working the best for him tonight. Which one would that be? The wide, you think?
I think he's been going wide most. Whoa! Oh, just if you can go bomb tee like that, that's too good. But definitely been going to that slice wide. That's been his higher percentage serve tonight. That's for sure.
131, his 14th ace.
See if he goes for the big one again out wide. He does. That's a big serve from Querrey.
Running out of fingers and toes to count on. 15 aces now.
Wow.
Well, he has the record for the most consecutive aces in the history of the ATP World Tour. He had 10 in a row against James Blake in Indianapolis in 07.
Almost.
What a serving performance to dig himself out of a serious hole there. Querrey to 5-4. Sam Querrey dialing up some big serves to take game number 5 for him on that scoreboard. That was absolutely essential to get that game. Boy, if Delpo had broken, could have been all she wrote. So nice recovery from love 30 down.
Querrey could have been on his way to docks. Hashtag save docks.
That's right, save docks. Would he have gone with the cone or not? Probably the shake.
Shake.
Drink himself into oblivion. All right, so he's got a bit of life here now. 5-4 up.
Some USA chants going on in the crowd right now.
Yeah, I think they sense that Argentina's been the predominant chanting nation so far. So some of the Americans in the crowd making their voices heard.
There's some big forehands from Del Potro. Forehands from Del Potro. Forehands from Del Potro. Forehands from Del Potro. Forehands from Del Potro.
We'll breathe a little easier getting that point.
Both players just unleashing on forehands.
Yeah, time is such a key factor out here tonight. I mean, Sam just had enough time and he can make the ball disappear. Still a game point for Del Potro to get to 5-all.
That one, Querrey was definitely leaning on the back, and he got caught. Even had a backhand grip. He going to chip the forehand.
Yeah. Here's a quick look at Querrey's placement. First and second serves, and the Reds are aces.
Look at that on the deuce side. That's the side he's mixing it up a little bit more.
Definitely second serve. Just a couple of risky ones, mostly to the backhand. When you see that kind of grouping, you feel, okay, second serve, it's coming to my backhand, right?
And that's that slice from Del Potro that just allows him, he hits that short slice to Querrey and baits him into that, and Querrey's got no choice but to step up and slice it back and gives Del Potro that opportunity to run around and get in control of the point with his forehand. Smart play from Del Potro. Great hands from Del Potro. I don't think Querrey thought he could lob that. He had the slice backhand ready to go. He was closing in hard. I thought he was going to dip it as well and just try and get it at Querrey's feet, but great disguise there from Del Potro. You hear the Argentinian crowd going for him right now.
You just don't see that lob too often in the modern game.
Off a slice, so you have to hit it good if you hit a slice lob. And Del Potro knows that the second serve's coming to the backhand. He knows it's coming there. Querrey doing a great job of executing that forehand inside out.
That's wide.
There we go. Crunch time now. Del Potro seemed pretty confident with that slice backhand. He's happy to stay in the rally with that shot. He's not forcing it. He's staying really patient.
Sam can't find a first serve.
He let it go there, that's for sure. Great pass from Del Potro, getting it low on him.
Yeah, exactly. Low, flat, and hard. And he's got the break. A chance to serve for the match when we come back. Brilliant backhand on that last point from Juan Martín Del Potro. Querrey forced the issue by attacking. And the backhand that, well, we've been wondering if it would hold up, came up with a pretty nice play, did Juan Martín there.
Well, a crucial moment, he knew he had to do something with it, and he took a risk and just went for it and got it down on Querrey, and there's the break, and now he's serving for the match. The whole match, been kind of just bunting it back and slicing the backhand and let one go there.
All right, well, we mentioned this is his first event of 2017. And this is where maybe you feel a little more of the pressure, trying to close out.
Nice way to start out. Serving for the match with an ace out wide from Del Potro. But even on that one, he didn't really crush the backhand. He did a great job just kind of guiding it, just coming in behind it, putting on the pressure on Querrey and trying to make him come up with the goods. And 3 match points for Del Potro.
net court over the baseline.
Every time we've seen a net court tonight, it goes flying long. That net has got to be, it's pretty tight. Big serve from Del Potro there to finish it off.
Yeah, that is an impressive performance. A rematch of last year's semi and a different result. Juan Martín Del Potro takes it, a pair of 7-5 sets. Sam actually played most of this match pretty well, but a couple of loose games on serve, and that was a difference.
I think he almost maybe played too much to the Del Potro backhand and let Del Potro kind of get into a rhythm, throw in the slice, throw in the backhand bunch, and it opened it up for him to run around, hit forehands. That slice kind of gave Querrey some trouble tonight, but Del Potro just playing really smart and using that slice to his advantage to open it up so that he can finish off the points with his forehand. Did a great job.
Yeah, it was an interesting encounter. Sam really came out of the block strongly, just could not find a way through in that opening set. And then it was a battle in the second. Both times